You know how I do it, and I get straight to it. First thing first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. Open up your Photoshop, name it whatever you want to name it, make it 1280 by 720. Make sure it's on pixels. That's important. Put it on pixels. For your background, you can put it white, whatever. It don't really matter. I'm just going to leave it transparent because I'm going to Google and find a background anyway. Go to Google, type in HD backgrounds, wallpapers. That's what I did. Space. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Alright, pick this one. Right click, save as. Make sure you remember where you saved it. But I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm just going to right click, copy, go back to Photoshop, Control V, that's paste. Fix it how I want it. Make sure I get it right to my liking. Straight. Add a new layer. Go to the paint bucket tool. Pick the color I want it. And paint the layer. Change it from normal. I usually use overlay or soft light. You know, that's just to give a image a different vibe. You see I'm switching it on and off so you can see the difference. Add a new layer. You ain't even got to do this. This like optional little stuff you can do. This what I like doing. Go to the paintbrush tool, and I'm just going around the edge of the picture, as you can see, just to give it a nice little effect. To get to that, when you got the paintbrush tool selected, you right click, change it from the hard brush type to the feathered one, the soft one. And these options right here, you can just change the size or whatever. That's good enough for me. Go to the opacity on the right side over there. Click on the right layer, opacity, and you can adjust it to your liking. Maybe you want it harsh. Maybe you don't want it at all. Maybe you just want a little bit. Just got to play around with it. Get it how you like it. And right here, I'm just going to turn it on and off just to see, or just to show you guys what I got so far and what it's looking like. And changing the order of the layers just to see what effect it has. Alright, that look cool to me. Go back to Google. Since I play Marvel vs. Capcom, I'm going to give me a render. Type in Captain Marvel, render. Render is a cutout of an image. Somebody done did it for us. You know it's a render when you see a picture and you got your checkered background. Right click, save, name it something. Remember where you saving it. I'm overwriting something, but just save it. After you save it, go back to Photoshop, go to File, Place, find the image you saved. Alright, load that in there. If it's not the size you want it, hold shift, go to the corners, either corner, and you can drag it in or drag it out just to adjust the size of it. Keep the aspect ratio. That's when you holding shift and dragging from the corner. Alright, got it the size we want. Click on the layer, hit Control J, that duplicates it. This optional stuff. The bottom layer. Hit Control T to change the size of it. I'm making it kind of big, as you can see. Hit enter. To get that off, I'm changing the opacity. You see the little effect it gives? It's like a bigger image in the back, faded, with the main image in the front. I made a new layer, went to the text tool. Since this is Captain Marvel, I'm going to type in Captain Marvel, looking for a text I want. This is the size. I'm going to leave that alone. Captain. Since I didn't change the color first, I'm going to highlight it all, go to the top, and select what color I want. I'm going to make it white. Go to the move tool, position it how I want. That's cool. Go to the layer that says Captain, right click, blending options. Highlight stroke or check stroke, then click on the word stroke and just mess with the settings a little bit till you get something you like. That's good enough for me. I'm going to add a drop shadow, bring the opacity to 100, move the distance up a little bit, the spread. You know, just mess around with these settings till you get something you like. All right, I'm going to go to gradient overlay. Double click that to pull this up. I'm going to choose a color. And it's like all little theme based stuff. Click in another area to bring up another color picker. Double click it. Pick another color. Do it again. Double click it. Pick another color. And I'm just going to adjust them to get them how I like them. That's fine. I'm pressing OK. That layer done. I want to mess with the text now. So what I'm going to do is adjust it a little bit. Go to the T for text. Go to this little create warp text. You got different choices. I'm going to pick the arc. Take that bend down because that's ugly. Bring that down. Bring the horizontal distortion to the left. Going to the left, that's negative. That's fine. Bring that bend down a little bit more. That's a little bit too much. All right, that's cool. All right. Now what I'm going to do is Control J, that duplicates the layer. Go to the move tool, bring it down. And I'm going to change go back to the text tool. I'm going to change the word Control A to highlight everything. And I'm going to change it to the word Marvel. Now what I'm going to do is go to the text tool, go to the warp text, get rid of the negative sign, the minus sign. See how I flipped it? The captain is in the negative, the horizontal distortion is in the negative, the Marvel is in the positive. Hit Control T. And when you at a corner and you back away from the corner a little bit, you get this little icon that lets you, or indicates that you can rotate the image. So I'm going to do it again, you see, just to get it how I want it. All right, that's cool. And I'm just, see, I turned off the little vibe layer just so you can see that you don't really need it. It's just a little optional thing. And I'm turning the opacity down on it a little bit to get rid of some of that orangeness. All right, make a new layer. I added the number 1. Go to the layer that has all your blending options. I got rid of that layer I didn't need, which is one of these 2 layers, my Captain or my Marvel. Right click, copy layer style. Go back to the layer that has the 1, right click, paste layer style. There you go. That's your thumbnail right there. Put a number 1 right there just in case you want to make multiple thumbnails. See, I'm saving it. Say you got a part 2. You open the file up. Change the number from 1 to 2. That's your second thumbnail. If you want to use the same one. But to save it, go to File, Save. That saves it so you can open the project again to save it to your desktop or wherever to be used on YouTube or wherever. Go to File, Save for Web. Make sure you change it to PNG 24. That's the best quality. Go down to Save. Save it where you want to save it. Make sure you remember where you're saving it. And that's it, man. That's all it is to it. I'm going to show you the end result. It looked like this. Alright, man. This is the end result. It's a decent little thumbnail. I made this tutorial like this with no music in the background and just me talking so you can hear what I'm saying and follow along. Everything I did in this, you can go to Google and find the images and you can just watch my cursor and see what I'm doing. There's too many tutorials out there with ums and in between every sentence, and that's annoying. People just want to see how to make it and how easy it should be. I think everybody should be making their thumbnails, especially if they're thinking about taking YouTube serious. It's not really hard. The hardest thing is being creative and learning the program, which is plenty tutorials out there for that. I hope this helped y'all. Omeqa, I'm out.